Good morning, except it's morning.
We don't know what time it is. And
Good
does it
day
matter?
to you. No, I'm
No.
Abby. I'm here with my old lady.
Tracy.
We are a comfortable 10 feet apart.
More?
6 to 10.
Probably more.
Probably. And creeping. How was your weekend? Hope it was great.
We have some lows,
We had some highs. No, we didn't. It
We
was
had more
mostly
lows.
More lows than highs.
but today we're up.
We're up.
We're feeling better.
Yes.
We're ready to go. We're going to do a little cardio burst. So this is going to be about 15 or 20 minutes of cardio.
15.
15 minutes of cardio. Again,
15.
the intensity could be changed according to you. If you can't jump, one of us will show the modifications for that. And then we're gonna foam roll and do a little stretch at the end. People have been asking for that. We won't spend too much time on that.
Self-care, baby.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm going to start us out.
I'm back
Clear the room, but not all, not the whole room.
I
Okay.
need my 10 feet of fresh air.
To kind of get you warmed up, I'm going to start out with this can of tomatoes. I got this at Pavilions. They have it. You can-
Delicious,
you're-
delicious.
Yes. You're limited to 2 vegetable products in a can.
Really?
This is a fruit, motherfuckers. Okay.
Delicious.
Delicious.
We'll be eating that
Put
with
that
our
here.
forks
So we're just
later.
going to tap our toes real quick using the can kind of as a placeholder.
I
It's going
love
to look
it.
like you're dancing a little jig. We're trying to go 1 minute.
Could you use a ball?
You could use a ball.
Yeah.
You could use a baby. You could use
The dog.
the dog, a cat. How's
Yeah.
Fred?
Fred's doing good. We actually got some logs.
Oh yes,
If you don't know the backstory, don't ask.
we got logs.
We got logs, kids.
Fred is thriving while the rest of us
Fred is
deteriorating.
finally thriving. We are deteriorating.
Good. So I'm tapping this can, keeping it low. I've been doing it for about 30 minutes.
Because you didn't start your timer, but that's all right.
We know. Mental timer.
Mental timer, kids. How long do you go? Go until you can't.
Yep. So I'm gonna go like 10 more seconds.
Right. Your challenge
4,
is to keep the
3,
can still.
2, 1.
Kick the can, kids. You know you want to. You know you want to.
Okay, so we're gonna take that up just a little bit for this next minute or so. Might be 30 seconds. We don't know. High knees. So for high knees, so I don't cheat, I put my hands right here.
I love that.
Yeah, because I know you're gonna want to take shortcuts. We're not doing it.
Remember, arms overhead. Just pull the knees up if you can't jump.
Right. Want
Arms
me to show?
overhead is going to give you a little bit more. There you go. And then work
But
as
I'm-
fast as you can, right? No matter what you're doing, work as fast
Yes.
as you can to get that heart rate generated up.
Yeah.
Up, up.
Heart rate up. It's not slow motion ninja fighting. It is not Tai Chi in the park.
Absolutely not. We'll push
It's
it.
another video though. Oh, not at the
Could be,
park.
Could be. Could
Not
be.
at the park.
No. You're looking good. You're
Good.
looking good. Keep going.
Let's go
team.
20 more seconds.
Keep going, team. Looking good. Looking strong. Think abs in the whole time. It'll give you a little bit more extra
From
zing.
the side,
Power. Takes it out of your low back.
from the back.
Ooh. What an outfit. Half Tai Chi, half not. Nobody knows.
Okay.
And there she goes.
Take a second, collect yourself. You like these?
I like them. Think about 10 seconds in between for a little breath if you need, or not. If you need the breath, take it. If you don't,
I'm
see
out of
how
breath.
far you can go.
We've done 2 exercises.
I'm already out of breath, and my part hasn't started yet.
She's out of breath.
Yep, I'm out of breath.
Yeah, you can just do
I'm
commentary
out
on
of
the
my
workout.
mind, and I'm out of my breath.
We knew that. All right, next one. This is good. We're gonna broad jump, so I'm gonna fling myself at you and shuffle back
Love
3
this
times.
one. This is a good
so,
one.
you gotta get it. Gotta get a little arm action. It's gonna help you out.
Yes.
Here I come. Whew.
Propel you forward. Now, we don't want to land like an elephant like that was. We want
Okay.
soft.
Okay, I got it.
Soften the balls of the feet.
Let me
team.
let me do the elephant one again.
Yes, elephant
Elephant.
here. Not so good.
No.
Now the difference
You want to get a knee
is-
surgery? You do that.
Ooh,
A
nice.
little better. A little better.
Balls of the feet made for jumping, team. Heels or not. Looking good. Again, you're shooting for about a minute. If you don't have a timer, you don't want to time it. I don't know, 15, 20 of these. 10.
One.
If today is your day of lows, do 5. Whatever
Yeah.
gets you through. Whatever
Just
gets you
watch
through.
the video. That's enough.
Yes, the comedy alone is enough.
We're exhausting. We
Today
know.
we're sponsored by, but not really, Chopin Vodka.
Yes, if anybody can help us get a Chopin vodka or any vodka sponsorship,
Yes, we would love that. We would love
help
that.
us so much.
At this point, we're going to need lots of sponsorships.
Many.
Many sponsorships.
If you'd like to sponsor a Bauer or a Blabby, I'm doing 2 more.
Please, 2 more, 2 more, bro. You're looking good. You're looking good. Nice.
1 more.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, 2
Little
more
break.
exercises in this round. 2 more exercises. Take your 10 seconds.
This is hard if you do it.
I know, dude. That's why I wanted to know why we got to do a cardio day. Jesus H.
We're not doing anything else.
I know, but it's terrible. Cardio is terrible.
All
But
right,
we love
up
it.
next, let me show you. Jumping lunge,
Jumping
both
lunge.
ways, into a squat.
Perfect.
Let's see it from the side.
Jumping lunge.
Whoop. Whoop. Squat.
Now, how would you do that without the jump?
Squat, or lunge, squat.
Yes. Could
Yeah.
you go reverse lunges?
I'm glad you asked.
So any lunge,
bitch.
forward or back, and then a squat, and she's going to do full version.
Full version, because I didn't come here.
This one gets gnarly quick, so maybe 30, 45 seconds.
Or 30 to 40 reps.
Pace it out for you, team. Again, our
You're doing
motto
you.
is, does it matter?
No.
Not right now.
Nope.
Just do what you can. Does anything matter?
No.
Who's trying to sleep as long as they can to make the day shorter?
Me, but then still waking up at 6.
I know, same. 5:30 today.
That's great. Okay,
5:30.
let's see this one 2 more times
Perfect. You're
before I
looking
have a
good.
heart attack.
Yes. I think I'm gonna take mine down to 30 seconds with the old lady version.
Yeah. Shout out to our old gals out there, though.
Yeah, we love our old
Yeah.
gals.
Keeping it going. Okay, next one. I'm a
Plank
bit,
jack.
I'm a delicate blossom, so let's just
Yes.
unfurl this.
Yes.
Plank jack. I'll show you from the side first, then I'll bring it around town. So, high plank position,
Straight arms, straight legs.
stomach sucked in tight,
Tight abs.
and then
team.
it's a jumping jack leg.
Look at the slight bend in the knee, just like you would do on a jumping jack. You could do it rock solid straight, like it's a little more aggressive. Careful on your low back, crew. We're trying to get you through it. You're not trying to ram and jam yourself up. You're looking good. So again, if you don't want to watch the time, shoot for like 30, 40 of these. You could probably do a few more,
Yep.
comparatively speaking. Other exercises are a little bit more intense.
10 more.
Perfection. Next one's a doozy. Next one's a doozy. So gear up, team. Gear up, team.
All right. You will want your mat for this one, especially if you're bony.
Oh, baby. Now show the modifications too. Coming up with one arm helping, coming up with the other arm helping.
All right, hopefully you can see me.
It's perfect. We've got our cinematography down, team. We got our cinematography
Good
down.
thing I went to film school.
You would think.
Here,
You
okay.
would think.
So these are rollbacks. Sounds cute. You'll see. All
Gnarly.
right, so we're gonna get down. We'll roll it back. Come back up. Optional jump at the top.
So good at those.
Well, that was one. Well, one done. Let's try a few more.
Technically, they get a little easier as they go in regards to able to get up, your flexibility and your warmth.
Yeah. That's why we didn't do this one first.
Perfect. You see how we're thinking about you, kids? We're thinking about you. We put the hard ones at the end.
Yep.
Looks good, looks good. Now, if you can't get up, you could climb up with using one arm,
Let's
climb up using the other arm. Kind of push off with one arm.
Yep.
Do you have to jump at the top?
No. You could just reach.
Just stand up. Yeah.
Yep.
Left arm helps, right arm helps. Alternate your arms, don't use your good arm only. Yep, and if you want to make it harder, do it without any roll. See if she can do that. No roll at all, just try to get up. Yes, you can. Here she goes. Yes! Way harder on the abs. Way harder on the hips.
One more. 'Cause I'm feeling it now.
All right, go for it, go for it, go for it. Yes, so good. That was an extra little zing. All right, here comes Bauer. Continuing on. So here's a nice time for a little water break.
Yep.
She's going to pull her coronavirus mat out of my way,
Exactly.
keeping her 6 to 20 feet distance, which I prefer 20 at this point. It's a jump, 2 leg to the right, side shuffle to the left. So when you're ready, and again, if you need to skate over and skate back, that's the easier version. So hop, shuffle, hop, shuffle, hop,
Yeah.
shuffle. If you need to shuffle, go for it, right? Don't have to do that jump. It could be baby jump, shuffle. baby jump over, jump, shuffle back. Now make sure you go the other side,
Those fast
right?
feet, man.
So we're gonna go over, shuffle, 2, shuffle, 2, shuffle. Trying to stay in the picture here. Shuffle, lost the remote. 2,
Don't need it.
shuffle, I'm going 8 more.
Oh my God.
Use your breath.
Look at that, we're getting the cardio going.
Does it have to be perfect? When we get back to civilization, yes.
At home
Today,
in your pajamas? Hell
no. 3 more. Shuffling over. A jump and a shuffle. Yeah. And rest. Take a little breather because I need one.
I can't stop sweating, and I'm standing next to a fire.
Take a little breather. You gotta stay in the film. We need the rhetoric. We need the jokes. Broad jump forward to back. So, Blabs over here. Broad jump forward. She shuffled back.
Sure did.
I'm taking it up a notch. Not really harder, just different. Forward, back. I'm gonna back up just a little bit so I'm not right up in your grill. Forward,
Get up in that grill.
back, forward. Again, take the arms out, hard, swing a little, you'll get a better flow.
The landing is soft. Listen to that.
Right.
Ninja style.
Abs help you land, balls of the feet. I am so fucking sore. Keep it moving, team. You
You're
got
looking
8.
good. Looking good.
I'm smelling propane. Here's 6.
It's that fire.
Some sort of gas. Okay.
Remember
4.
the last time when I don't think we need this now.
Maybe that'll keep the virus at bay. 3, 2, kidding, but not really. One more time. Yes. That 10-second breather is mandatory for this old gal.
Yeah.
So just get your breath. 10 seconds, whatever it takes. If you're way fitter, 2 seconds. Can't imagine you're fitter than us, but we love you.
Impossible. I can't imagine.
Impossible. Low jack.
Although if
I'm
you do
shooting
every
for
one
50.
of these videos.
That's true. We're coming out of this fit as shit. Low jack. So could you add arms? Sure.
Yeah.
Here, harder.
I like that.
Right? Any arm will do. If I cannot jump, we talked about this, side squats, replicating a lateral movement, so side to side, right? We're going for 30 more seconds. Keep moving and breathing and ignore the huffing and puffing. Probably from the amount of stress and the amount of bags I have under my eyes building up.
A lot of
So I'm
baggage.
like jumping with 40 pounds on each eye, right? So 80 pounds extra.
It's a lot. It's quite a load.
Breathe through it. Take deep breaths. 10 seconds. Get low as you can, even if it's slower. Right? You can go fast, but I'm working hard. There she goes. Perfect. 3.
Let me join you for 2.
Perfect. 2. Yes. Plank hop. I'll do it from the side. Straight arm. And if, again, you can't do these, jumping and plank, do the leg part in the air. It would just be a jack. Or just hold the plank. One of the two, right? Or both, half and half. So plank. What am I doing? Jump. Jump to the right.
Yeah.
Jump to the left. Is that what the hell I was doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Own it. Own it. I like it.
So you can pop the butt up. Not wrong or right. Keep it lower, harder. Right?
And if you're on a mat, use your mat as the guide. You
Yes.
Take your feet to the outside.
Strong core the whole time. You can do it on a forearm. Try not to look back. Look straight down.
Doing
You
your
keep going.
forearm.
10 seconds. 10 seconds more. I've had it up to here. 10 seconds with all of you. 10 seconds. In 3, 2. Okay, stay down on the ground. Down you go. To a 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock plank. Again, it's a plank. If you can just subtly lift the arms, perfect, start there. You can do it on the knees. If you're on your knees, you don't want here. Again, we all might be auditioning very soon for the porn videos,
Got to.
but right now we're not. We're still looking good. So I'm gonna tip the hips forward and pull the heels to me and just alternate lift, right? I like it better on a straight, and then coming at you, the hands look like this. We walk out, out, in, left. Now how far? It could be micro, just get the feel. If you wanna turn it into that cardio, you pace up a little bit and you go bigger. Try not to move the glutes, right? But they might move a little bit. Dig your legs longer and stronger and then switch arms. whichever one's going first, right? You could go right, left, right, then right for 5, left for 5, 10 seconds more.
This one works great in a bear position too, so the knees come
Ooh,
under.
I like that.
Yep.
Good job, abs.
Yep, I'm on it.
Love
Pay me
that.
The big bucks.
Yes.
Has one idea per episode.
Now I'm working a little bit more leg too. Took some tension off the arm. 4 more.
Looks good from back here.
3, 2, and yes, take your rest, take a little breather. Pause the video, get some air, whatever you need.
Yeah.
And then we're going into my final cardio, which is a burpee and a jack. Doesn't have to look perfect.
Yeah.
You're gonna jack on top, you're gonna jack down. You could do single leg walkouts on the down. I'm gonna do the full version, then I'll break it down, then I'll go back to the full version. Jack, down, jack. Jack, down, jack. Jack, down, jack. Now these might produce a little gas. That's okay. Gas is all right. Means you're working hard.
It's part of any
Or
quarantine.
does it mean that your abs are not tight? Here's the easier version. Stand, walk back, walk out, walk in, walk in. Now you could jack anywhere. You could jump back or walk back anywhere. Just mix it up. We're doing 5 more.
Yeah.
Jack. Final 3, team. Here's 2. Last one. And yes. All right, we're moving on, team.
Hope you enjoyed our last ever cardio segment. I'm never doing that again. Hey.
Hey. That was positive. Hey.
Hey.
All right, we're now coming to the segment of regeneration, right?
Yes.
So does it need out knots? No. It sends a signal to the body for repair in layman's terms. You can look it up, you can research it. We've done it all. I don't want to talk about all that shit. It could be hours worth. But it's not kneading you. It's not rolling anything out in regards to knots, but it is sending a signal to zones that need, quote, repair, end quote. Probably didn't need to say that. Wish I did the fingers too. So now you've got double, but whatever. We're tired. We're 8 days in. We almost killed somebody yesterday, but we're back today. So we are going to what is called foam roll. Now you could use what Abby has. There's longer, there's more dense, there's less dense. I like medicine balls. I like tennis balls, lacrosse balls, softballs, baseballs. They all work. Golf balls are good. But we're going to take you through a basic. Can you use any and all of those things? Absolutely. To do the same thing she's doing, it's a little different, but you'll figure it out.
Yeah, there's lots of places online that sell these. You may not be able to get one through Amazon right now, but there's other places.
Dick's is
still.
shipping.
Yeah.
Dick's is shipping. I just
You
ordered
just
a
wanted
ton
to
of
say
stuff.
Dick's, but okay.
Yes.
Here we go. It all comes back to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can order one. So if this segment, I mean, you could try using a roll of paper towels, but
Yeah, you need something a little stern.
Never
Do you have
tried that.
PVC pipe? I have one that's made of PVC pipe.
That is excruciating.
I don't-
But that's not
it
a
is.
starter roller, but yeah.
No, not a starter roller.
No.
And then at the end of this segment, this is only gonna be like a 10-minute segment. You want to kind of spend 5 or 8 or 10 breaths on each body part. However, if you're injured in one zone, I'll talk you through that as we go. But if you're injured on one zone, you might want to spend more time. Like if I have a bad knee or a bad hip, I'll spend one side a little bit longer. At the end of the segment, if you have a rolling pin, really anything works that you can kind of dig. I'm going to use the broomstick and an actual roller, but a rolling pin that actually has bearings that works good rather. So she's going to come down on her glutes. You just sit right down on it. Now, if you had something that was smaller, the ball, you kind of want to get into the big muscle of the glute. Probably not as sore there as this side glute. So she's going to kind of go over. She's on both glutes, but she's going to lean to the right glute. Doesn't matter which one you're on. And this leg on the back is pushing and pulling her weight forward and back, obviously. And then you kind of obviously have to use the rest of the body to assist. She could make this harder by taking, like if you need more pressure, take that leg and cross it over like a figure 4, and now she's got way more pressure down on the right glute. Side butt cheeks, kind of like a little filet mignon chunk right here. That bad boy gets locked up for a lot of people. Again, there's no reason why you can't go on the exact back part of the butt cheek, But for most, it's less tight there.
Yeah.
It's usually that side, little filet mignon tip. The glute med, if you will. Right? So just back and forth. And again, how much time? Sometimes I'll do the whole body in 5 minutes. Sometimes I'll be there for 30 minutes. Sometimes I'll just do the glute. It doesn't matter. There's no wrong or right. And if you're not in the exact spot, you're just kind of moving forward, back, all
But
angles.
steady.
Fine.
It's not.
No, you're not digging. You don't want to feel a 10.
Yeah, no.
And sometimes you might feel the zinger, the little chunk of wherever you are. Just stay there and kind of breathe and just release all your weight. You don't have to roll back and forth constantly. You're not trying to dig a ditch, right?
Not
So,
yet.
no. So I'm just going to stay on the right side and move through, and you can pause as needed, but we'll try to go slow. She's going to start going into, she'll have to come off and go into the right lat. That is in the armpit. This one people forget about, but it is pretty brutal. Yeah, so she's already having trouble. And then it's the same leg position. For me, sometimes I'll take that leg forward. She's just doing it a different way. It doesn't matter, whatever's
This way.
comfortable. Yeah,
I
whichever
usually
one.
go this way.
Do
but
you?
Yeah.
It just depends too, because she's leaning back a little bit, which is perfect, right? If you were to lean forward, you might want to take the leg forward, but whatever works for you. You're in the lat, so that is right at the armpit. You can see it on her where she is. I got a sweatshirt on, it's not exactly visible. But if I was to grab you right around your bra line, there's a meaty chunk right there, your lats. Big part of the back. Makes a big V, like an angel wing kind of. So that part is pretty juicy for most. Is that a 10?
Yep.
Yeah, so if it is a 10, you don't want to, again, we said you're not trying to grind it. You're just trying to feel maybe a 7 or 8. You know you've been in a massage before and they zing you at a 10 and you're like, hell no. But a good solid 8, 8.5 is kind of where you want to be. You want to feel a little bit of annoyance, but not anything that's taking your breath away for a long period of time. Maybe that first little, Make sure you're breathing like you would with a massage, deep inhales, deep exhales. And again, if you're holding on a spot, you just several deep breaths like a meditative yoga style breath works, right?
I'm pretty much barely moving, and it's
Yeah, the
so
lat is pretty.
You're not going to get a lot of
pretty
probably not a
crazy.
lot of motion.
Mm-mm. So she's gonna stay there, and sometimes if the roller is not super stiff, this is hard to get, but this part of your shoulder where the lat and the shoulder, so all she's gonna do is kind of twist towards me, and you kind of got to find a fine-tuned line right on that, coming away from the lat. You're in the armpit still, but it's kind of on the back side of the body. If we were much closer, we could probably like get in on you to show you deeper, but that's rear
Once we can hire a
delt-ish.
cameraman, you're going to get in real
Yeah.
close.
Rear
Or a woman,
delt.
a camera woman.
Yeah. So all of that back shoulder, it's still like part of the back. We're not going to get into detail exactly what muscle. We ain't got time for that shit. But you get the gist. Just angles anywhere, as long as you don't feel pain in regards to, oh my God, I'm digging out a bone, right? Just kind of move around, feel it out. You cannot go wrong until you zing your bone, and then you're just going to be careful with that. So she's going to totally lay on her back around the shoulder blades. Right, shoulder blades, and then she's kind of just, I protect my neck with hands behind like you're going to do a crunch, and you can technically, I'm just going to move the camera a little bit because you went off, but I'm going to get you, don't worry about it. Yeah, you could actually do a little baby crunch over there. It opens up the chest, so if she was just to stay put, you'll start around the shoulder blades and just kind of back bend a little bit and come forward. You don't actually need to do a crunch. Slow it down and get real big extension, and then you could technically lay back and hold. It will open up the entire front body, chest. And if she just shifts back a little bit as you go, like do 5 or 6 little baby extensions. And again, it's not for a crunch per se, but it's for opening up the chest. And you're getting movement in your back too. Coming back behind you. Oh, we got some sun coming out. It was kind of doom and gloom this morning. And then you can just lift the hips up once you've done all that level of extension. If you get bored with that, hips up and roll back and forth. And what I like to do is roll back and forth, but lean heavier on the right side. So a little twist, but not really. And then do several on that side. All right, we'll let her do that. And she's angling side to side. Just putting more pressure on one side than the other. Can you stay center? Absolutely. You're going to get the same thing. It's just not as intense. So depending on your ball, your roller, whatever you got, like if you were down on a lacrosse ball, which is what I have, I should have brought it, but I didn't. We'll do it in future sessions because we're going to be.
We'll do a whole lesson on balls.
We're going to be. We're going to be here for a while. So, You could you're not going to be grinding that ball so extensive back forward. Digging it's going to be way more intense. And then from here, she can just go to the other lat, which I think you should spin around and go the other way, just so they can see.
Here we go.
Uh-huh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. We'll edit that out.
I did point this way. And I am 7 feet.
Okay.
Allergies,
That's
team.
exactly
Allergies.
what you don't want to do.
Allergies, team. We've been together for 5 weeks. If we have it, we have it. All right, rolling back. So now we're on our lats, opposite side body. Another sneeze is coming. Side to side. Now, if you want to take it into the tricep too, you can kind of pass through the tricep. Yeah, she's just shimmying down. We skipped it on the other side, but the brains and the synapse aren't firing exactly well these days, being in containment. So, but you can go back to the other side. You don't have to go in order.
No.
So tricep into the lat. That's heavily connected. And if you have rotator shoulder injury, sometimes it's not the shoulder as much as it is tension on the lat and the tricep pulling that shoulder. So this all will open up the front body as well. Any kind of rest and regenerative motion in the back of the body, it's going to open the front too. Woo. So then now she's going to go to that filet mignon chunk. You got enough of the lats? You good there? Yep. So now on the left
Chunk.
bootay, butt cheek.
Left
Yep.
chunk.
We match, pants and shoe. Imagine that. We're real thrilled to be here today, let me tell you. So left cheek. So again, 5 or 6 or 8, or pause it and stay there for 20 minutes if this is your area of aggression, right? If you have knee issues, zinging here will send some energy down to the knee, and vice versa. The knee sends some energy to the low back if you have issues. Usually low back is not a low back problem for most. For most, it's more to do with the hips, the tension in the glute, and predominantly hamstring and hip flexor quads. So that's where we're going next, team.
This can be very erotic if you...
Yeah, you could take it into the bedroom if you really needed to. A couple candles and 6 bottles of vodka to get you through.
Minimum 6.
Right.
Okay.
So facing down now, just because my mind works there, I'm going to go back to the original leg I started with. Do you have to? Absolutely not. You can run around in a circle. So now it's the quads. So depending on the roller, the ball, this is a little harder with a tinier ball. It can be done. It can be done. So it's kind of a seal position extension. And if you need this harder, you will cross one leg over the other. It'll put a little bit more tension down on the bottom leg. A lot, not really. Again, depends on your foam roller, but this is going all the way down and up. And like we did on the back, you can angle to the right. She can lean over to me. She can lean over to you to get different parts of the quad, because there is 4 chunks there. We used to roll on the IT bands. Some people still do. I would not do that. There's science behind it. You can look it up, but basically you have a long tendon there. Just try to go very close to the seam line of your pants, to the right or to the left, not directly on. And again, if you know things that I don't, you continue to roll on that bad boy if you want. But
I do roll my IT band still, but carefully, and it's always the last thing I do. I try to roll everything else first.
okay, so she still does it. You could do it if you want, or you can look it up as to why you might not want to do it. It just depends on you and how intense you do it. So we're on the quads. Now I like to go to the shins, depending once again on the tension of the foam roller. This may be ridiculous, but I do it on a rumble roller, which has spikes, and it's awesome. It feels so good. Generally, the part that hurts the worst is right up here, closer to the lateral, that's outside of the shin. Huge muscle right here gets cramped up, and also very close to the ankle on the same outer side muscle. Usually that part gets a little crazy on ankles, and it can cause ankle and foot situations, and it could really be taking your knee down too. If you have knee issues, roll on the shins. And she's just using the upper body to stay off or go heavier on. And you could loop across one leg over the other. She probably doesn't need to, but she could. Like on that rumble roller with the spikes, then you really get someone like digging down in if you need extra zing.
Got a lot of zing.
Yep. Calves can be done. I'm going to show you a different way to do calves while she gets into the calf rolling position here. So you're just sitting on your butt.
Oh.
She's going to do a flip to get there. She's going to sit down on the bun, and then, again, depending on the roller, I keep saying that, but you get the gist. One leg can cross over. However, hold please. So you have to do a lot of work on this roller. You got to lift your butt. You kind of dig it back and forth.
It is like exercise.
Yeah, you kind of get a lot of upper body if you have neck and shoulder issues, if you don't like being a plank, that's a lot. So this is called literally the stick, and it has kind of like ball bearings, but not really. Each of them roll. A rolling pin works fine. Instead of these rolling, the handles will roll on a rolling pin, and you can get the shins. I'm gonna come a little closer since we already know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you could literally roll the whole body with the rolling pin, right, all up and down. And then on that shin, this is a little bendy. Mine's kind of stiff, but it does bend and it flexes with you. But if you were sitting down, you're rolling out the calves, you roll out the back. I've got it looped behind, got to be decently flexible for that. But again, down the whole body, and I'm standing, but if you sat down and did it, it's awesome. So you're just rolling exactly how she did it. If you've ever done dry brushing, it's the same thing, just stroking. You can go all up, back and forth, anywhere. This one moves kind of faster. I can get that butt cheek chunk. Yep, and if you don't have something that rolls, hold please.
Oh, my broom is about to be defiled.
There must be something over here that's causing me. You can knead, if you will, right? I can knead this across the muscle. So it's just like someone pushing and rubbing. It's the same thing. So broom handle, we'll take it on the bun, right? Dig like an animal on a tree, really. But it all works if something is just nagging you and you don't have the roller, the ball, the stick. But I would get that stick or a ball. Those things are awesome. Anything else to add? Anything else?
Poke my eye out.
Love a lacrosse ball, and everybody has a tennis ball and a golf ball. Golf ball and tennis ball,
Yeah.
awesome. Golf ball on the feet. You can roll your feet out on the ball, zzz, 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 back and forth. If you have issues all the way up the body, really the feet need it. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. But that was very thorough, Bauer.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, we're wrapping up that series, kids.
Well, we're gonna.
Hopefully you're not needing this broom to do anything else other than foam rolling or brooming.
Yeah.
We'll have a whole segment on what we can do with the broom instead of
That'll be after our episode on balls.
brooming.
All right. Take care of yourselves.
Bye.
Roll it out.